Good evening, students. I think you all are eagerly waiting for today's class. Today, we are going to learn about the Chinese civilization, which is the last topic of this unit. So, let's start the class. The Chinese civilization flourished in the valley of the river Huanghe. Huanghe River is also called the Yellow River. It's the second longest river in China. It's regarded as the mother of China. The name Yellow River comes from the huge amounts of yellow loess sediment it carries when flowing through the Loess Plateau. It's the world's major river with the most excessive siltation. The river Huanghe is also known as the Sorrow of China due to the misery resulting from unpredictable devastating floods. The past frequent flooding of the Yellow River was caused by the fact that the river collects lots of loess yellow sediment as it flows. The sediment settles on its riverbed. However, unlike the normal silt that only forms a thin layer at the bottom of the river, this yellow sediment forms a very thick layer. Consequently, water levels rise until it breaks the banks, causing flooding. Agriculture was the base of this civilization. Rice and millet were the two main crops grown in ancient China. They were also skillful in silk production, skillful in weaving and making pottery. The art of writing existed in ancient China as well. The script was pictographic, not alphabetic. Later, it developed into an ideographic script like ancient Mesopotamians and Egyptians. Ancient Chinese too formulated a calendar in which a year consisted of 365.5 days. In this unit, we have discussed a few civilizations that flourished in the river valleys. The use of bronze, agricultural progress, development of trade and craftsmanship, the art of writing, progress in the field of science, etc. were the remarkable common features of these civilizations. As you know, wide use of bronze tools was a common feature of all these civilizations. Hence, these civilizations are commonly known as Bronze Age civilizations. The river valleys of the Nile, the Euphrates, and the Indus were vast areas of grasslands, fertile soil, plenty of water, grazing fields, etc. were the favorable factors for the concentration of the human settlement in the river valleys. These river valleys were the cradles of civilization. Now, let's recall the whole chapter once again. Harappan civilization. The Harappan civilization flourished in the valleys of the river Indus and its tributaries in the period between BCE 2700 and 1700. The use of burnt bricks, bronze tools, drainage, streets, granaries, and the great bath were the major features of the Harappan civilization. The Harappan people cultivated various crops. Agricultural progress led to the development of trade. They excelled in craftsmanship. Egyptian civilization developed the art of writing known as hieroglyphics. They formulated a solar calendar. To determine time, they made a sundial and water clock. They could calculate the area of triangles and rectangles. They preserved the body of the dead, known as the mummy. Pyramids and the Sphinx show their skill in architecture and sculpture. Mesopotamian civilization. The Mesopotamian system of writing is called cuneiform.
They formulated a lunar calendar.
They knew division, multiplication, and square root. Ur, Uruk, and Lagash were the major cities. The temples known as ziggurats are the evidence of their skill in architecture. Chinese civilization. The Chinese civilization flourished in the valley of the river Huanghe. Huanghe River is also called the Yellow River. The art of writing existed in ancient China. The script was pictographic. The calendar had 365.5 days.
Now, let's have a look on the regions and the river valleys where the each civilization flourished. The Chinese civilization in the valley of the river Huanghe. The Harappan civilization in the banks of river Indus. The Mesopotamian civilization between the rivers Euphrates and Tigris.
I think you all have understood the topics that we learned in this unit. We will meet in the next class with a new chapter. Thank you.